So, good day everyone. So, this is the continuation of Judelin's report. So, our topic is about purchasing, receiving, and storage. So, since na-discuss naman ni Judelin ang purchasing, so ako i-discuss ang receiving and ang storage. So, I know that kani nga topic is ato na siyang na discuss pag first sem. So everyone kay baw na jud unsa ni siya nga topic or what is this all about. So first, let's tackle the receiving. So, receiving, it is a point at which the food service operation inspect and takes legal ownership and physical possession of the items ordered. So, ang receiving is how we accept the product. But, it's not, receiving means ato siyang ang pagdawat sa gidelivered na goods. However, we're not just simply receiving. So, ato gina siyang, ang purpose aning receiving is to process of checking delivered goods to make sure that they are correct in quantity, quality, and in good condition before nato sila i-accept and stored. And also, it is to ensure that the food and supplies delivered na match ba siya sa established quantity and the quality specification. So, dapat ang katong mo receive sa product or ang receiving personnel is dapat na siya knowledge sa quality standards. Now, let's proceed sa the receiving person. So, ang kaning the receiving person is mao jud ni siya ang mo receive sa mga gideliver nga product. So, the receiving person is responsible for checking all goods delivered to the establishment to ensure they meet the standards and agreements made during purchasing. So, ang role, kani nga role, it is very crucial kay it helps prevent losses, poor quality products, and incorrect payments. So, ang receiving person, she or he must see to it that all goods are delivered. First is in the right quality according to specifications. So this means that the items delivered must meet the quality standards. So ang katong mga goods or mga product na delivered dapat sakto ang ihang quality nga pag-purchase is ang quality sa pag-purchase is sakto pud ang quality nga pag-receive or pag-deliver sa product and the specifications set by the establishment. So, ang receiving person is dapat i-inspect niya ang appearance, ang freshness, ang color, ang size, and if good condition ba ang katong product nga gi-deliver. So, ang receiving personnel is i-check po niya mga expiration dates, especially for perishable items. So, what do we mean by perishable? So, ang katong mga goods or mga product nga i-store din siya immediately. Let's say, for example, ang katong mga meat, ang katong mga goods nga kanang i-refrigerate bitaw para mas ihang lifespan ba kay dili dayon siya mabaho or ma-damage. So, that's the perishable, katong mga perishable items. So, i-ensure po siya if ang package is limpyo, intact, and not damaged. So, ang receiving person, ihapong i-confirm ang mga brands, grades, or types if na-match ba siya kung unsa ang gi-order. So, if naay items nga kanang na-damage or na-spoiled or nag-contaminated or poor quality, dapat ihang i-reject. Let's say, for example, if fresh fish was ordered, so it should smell fresh, have clear eyes, firm flesh, and be kept at the proper temperature during pag-deliver. So, that's for number 1. And the right quality according to specification. So, let's proceed sa number 2. In the right quantity as stated in the delivery receipt or invoice. So ang receiving person is dapat i-ensure niya katong amount nga deliver is na match siya kung unsa ang nakasuwat sa delivery receipt or sa invoice or pag-purchase or pag-purchase order. So this involves counting items carefully. So pag-deliver pa lang sa product is ang katong receiving personnel, iyan ang i-count ang mga product if nasakto ba siya sa katong receipt nga pag-order. So naman na i-copy. So if invoice gali is gihatagan ang katong personnel, katong receiving personnel og copy kung unsa gito ang na-order. So iyahang i-count ang mga products if sakto ba sa ang pag-deliver niya, sakto na match ba siya sa katong receipt. So next, weighing or measuring goods when necessary. So kuan kay siya kanang hassle kay imong itimbangon o imong i-measure ang mga goods o katong mga dapat i-measure para lang ma-ensure if sakto ba ang na-deliver. So, checking the numbers of boxes, sacks, or containers. So, dapat imhaging i-check if sakto ba, if 10 ka tray nga itlog, imhang i-check if 10 ba ang naabot, ingana ang sa right quantity. So, let's say for example, if ang invoice ni state siya 10 sacks rice, so dapat ang receiving person mo count siya ug ma-confirm if 10 sacks rice pud ba ang na-deliver. So that's for the number 2. So let's proceed sa number 3. So at the right price as agreed upon during purchasing and as stated in the invoice. So ang receiving person dapat i-ensure niya ang prices charged na match siya sa prices nga gi-agree upon during purchasing. So this includes checking unit prices and total amounts on the invoice, comparing invoice prices with a purchase order or contract, verifying discount, taxes, or additional charge, and ensure niya na there are no unauthorized price changes. Kung unsa to ang price nga pag-purchase or order, dapat mo po'y price niya sa pag-deliver. Or if prices do not match, the receiving person should report the issue and avoid approving the invoice until it is corrected. So, let's say, for example, if ang price na gi-agreehan is, ang cooking oil is tag 120 per liter, so the invoice should not charge 130 per liter. So, if 120 to, 120 rin to siya. So, that's it for the third one. So let's proceed sa receiving area. So the receiving area for smooth flow of work, the receiving area must be located near the back door entrance and as close to the storage area as possible. There must be enough space allotted for checking or counting delivered goods. So ang receiving area dapat smooth or easy ra siya, no? Dapat ka nang duol siya sa entrance and close to the storage area as possible. And duol po siya sa storage area. Kaya para dili na wala na ilain kuti-kuti ba. So largo-largo na dyan siya. Easy access ra dyan siya. Kaya para dili na siya, wala na ilisod or wala i-hassle when it comes to checking or counting delivered goods. So there are two methods of receiving. The blind methods and the invoice method. So, kaning blind methods is nag-involve na siya providing an invoice or purchase order. The clerk will quantify each item by weighing, measuring, or counting and recording. The blind document is compared with the original order. The blind receiving method is a system where the receiving clerk is not shown the quantities listed on the invoice or purchase order. So, how it works? So, ang supplier, mag-provide na siya ng blind invoice or blind purchase order. Ang mga quantities, kay dili bitaw siya kanang ginasuwat. So, kanang, kuan siya, ang receive is, wala siya kay bow if kanang sakto ba ni kuan siya, mas accurate siya kay wala bitay tikas mahitabo no siya. And ang receiving clerk is kanang dapat gid siya i-count ang katong na receive nga goods, dapat niya i-timbangon or dapat niya i-measure ang each item carefully. So, ang all quantities received are recorded manually by the clerk. So, after recording, the results are compared with the original purchase order kept by management. So, if ikaw ang receiving person, kung unsa ang gi-deliver nga goods, is maora pud to ang imong mahibaw-an. Let's say, for example, naka-receive ka og usa ka sako ay 10 ka sako nga bugas. Nya wa kibaw if maubad jud na siya ang original nga gi-order sa pag-purchase. So, and after nimo na record tanan is dito na dayon i-compare if sakto ba jud ang gi-deliver nga goods or product. So, ang kaning blind method is you are literally blind if sakto ba jud ang na-deliver or kanang naabay na sobra or naabay nagkuwang. That's for blind method is wala ka kibaw if sakto ba jud ang if ang gi-deliver ba nga product is na match ba siya pag order or pag purchase. Ang purpose ani is prevents the clerk from simply copying the quantities written or on the invoice. Yes, kanang avoid man gid ni if ang katong clerk is nag-check ba jud siya if na count ba jud niya or na measure ba jud niya ang items kay para if naa man jud kay copy is mo na lang ka nga kanang ilargo-largo bitaw nimo kay tungod na kay copy. So dili na ni siya if ikaw tapulan ka nga pagka clerk is kung usa ra bitaw imong copy is di na lang ka mo count kay basin maupoy na abot. So nga na ang disadvantage if naay copy ang usa ka clerk kay basin iyang ilargo-largo bas wala pa siya nag count. So kanang dili siya accurate. So that's for blind method receiving. And yes, i-ensure gid ang accuracy, ang honesty when it comes to receiving. So, and also it helps avoid fraud or supplier's mistake. That's for blind method. So, let's proceed to invoice receiving. So, ang invoice receiving is, it's the opposite of blind receiving. Usually, ang invoice ginagamit, no? Kanang nakay copy. Kung unsa gito ang order. So, ang invoice receiving is a frequently used and more traditional method. The clerk checks the delivered items against the original purchase order and takes note of any deviation. So, the invoice receiving method is the most common and traditional method used in establishment. So, how it works. So, the receiving clerk is given the supplier's invoice and the purchase order. So, na siya lista kung pila, kung sakto ba, kung pila ang na-order, kung sakto ba ang pila ka items o pila ka ihang quantity, nga na siya copy ang clerk. So, ang kani siya is, the clerk checks the delivered items by counting quantities. And iyahang i-compare if na-match ba dito sa ang lista. If na-match ba sa receipt. So, inspecting quality and condition. Of course, inspect yun na nimo ang quality sa product if it's intact and good condition. So, before na nimo siya i-accept or i-store. Kaya if dili, of course, dili ta mo accept if naguba na siya or na-damage. No? So, matching items with what was ordered. So, any difference or problem, shortage, excess items, damage, goods, wrong brands, dapat imo na siyang notes. So, ang purpose and importance aning invoice receiving is faster and easier siya kaysa sa blind method. So, allows immediate comparison. So, dali maka-compare ka, dali-dali if ang katong delivers na match basta sa purchase order. Kay copy, of course, dali siya mo ma-compare niya. If naasay mo hang receipt is 10 ka buok tray sa itlog niya, ang nabot 9. Diba? So, imuha na dayon ng, asa man ang usa ka tray, ana dayon. So, imo din na siyang i-note. So, commonly used when suppliers are trusted and delivers are frequent. So, katoriji siyang, ang mga suppliers is saligan gid ba? No? Mojud ni siya ang difference sa invoice and blind method is ang blind method wala kay copy sa receipt. So ay moharag yung kuan na to is kung unsa ang product nga naabot gyud sa imuha. Wala kay copy sa receipt. Ang kaning invoice is naa na kay copy, so easy ra nimo siya ma-compare if kung unsa ang product nga naabot and wala siya ma-match sa receipt. So that's for invoice and blind receiving. So now let's proceed sa storage. So the storage, kung asa na to iput or store ang atuang mga product. So the purpose of storage is to ensure a constant supply of needed goods. It is an important factor in the prevention control of loss or waste. Perishable needs to be immediately refrigerated. Yes, as said, ang katong mga product nga dapat din siya kanang store immediately. Itong mga meat, mga goods nga kanang i-refrigerate siya dayon para dili dayon siya ma-damage or mabaho. So, staples and dry goods should be stored in an orderly and systematic arrangement. So, katong mga dry goods, which is katong, it's okay ang katong mga instant food, which mga canned goods, mga noodles, rice, eggs. So, so dapat if imo siyang i-store, dapat kuan yun siya, no, arrange kuan siya orderly and arrange. Dapat kana para lain sad kayo i-store nimo sa imong mga product, imo rang ipandasok, no. Dapat imo siyang itarong kay basin na mga ma-damage no. So, any food or ingredient removed from its original package should be placed in a well-sealed container with labeled expiry date. So, na may mga product nga need siya kwaon sa ihang mga plastics sa ihang original package jud ba. So, dapat i-store siya sa katong container and dapat imo siyang labelan kung kanus siya ma-expire. Follow the first in, first out policy in using batches the food, storage location, and equipment. So the storage room must be located near the food preparation area so that the transporting of goods is easier, of course. Kung asa mo ang preparation area, adto ra pud ang storage imong location ba sa imong butangan sa mga food, adto ra pud lain sad kayo imong preparation area sa kitchen, imong storage food kay naa sa terrace. So dili layo na siya, dapat para mas easier ibito ang pag-access sa imong storage, sa imong mga product. So that's it for my discussion, and I hope everyone can understand or wala ra yung nalibyan. Thank you.